so many people end up left on the street or in a shelter, and sometimes it may be from what we never thought about. Gentrification has caused so many different families to become homeless by wealthier people pushing them out of their poor urban neighborhoods. From my research, I learned that a lot of Black people in their neighborhoods get hit with gentrification yearly, causing them to relocate or become homeless due to new arenas, new houses, buildings, and more being built. As a person who has seen poor area neighborhoods and have family who live in those neighborhoods, I'm sure many of us have seen gentrification without even thinking it could harm someone we love or where we grew up. I just want to be able to help make our future better for everyone. Not knowing how your life will be in the next 10 years, or even knowing if the neighborhood you're in right now could be hit with gentrification later, but we can make it not happen by helping our world. So today, I'm going to tell you about how gentrification affects the Black community in several ways and how we can help stop it. Because of everything that is going on in the world today, Black people have been badly impacted by gentrification on a mental, material, and physical level. For example, according to Whitest City in America, a smaller Black community's experience of gentrification, displacement, and aging in place, most of the gentrification research has concentrated on places with sizable Black populations. Less well recognized are the consequences for aging in place in smaller, older Black communities, casting doubt on generalizability. With so many neighborhoods changing and increasing in value, more families are moving in, businesses are being built, resulting in the removal of Black families. As a person who has been to Washington, D.C. several times, gentrification is a very big thing here, which is another issue. As you can see on the screen in the PowerPoint, you see the year 1990 and the year 2010. As you see over here, it says the number of Blacks per block group. The dark blue is representing the Black people. So as you see in 1990, there was a lot of Black people in the Washington, D.C. area. But as we moved along to 2010, a lot of the Black people started to disappear, which was caused from gentrification. According to I Live in This Neighborhood, to the psychosocial effects of gentrification on low-income Black men living in Washington, D.C. has the second fastest rate of gentrification in the United States. Gentrification is a significant source of disadvantage for low-income Black residents. If you visit Washington, D.C. and drive around the city, you will see how many homeless individuals there are. Because of gentrification, some households are hanging up place cards requesting donations. And of course, health is a major problem with gentrification because so many families can get pneumonia, diseases, and more due to being on the streets. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, have listed some of the health effects of gentrification, including mental health and high stress levels and increased risk of injuries due to changes in physical and social environments like violence and crime. Furthermore, populations that are vulnerable are more likely to have shorter life expectations, higher infant mortality, and increased cancer, asthma, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease rates. With all these different problems with gentrification in the Black community, there are ways we can solve them. Gentrification can be stopped because it is destroying our communities and childhood neighborhoods. Waiting for war and other strategies to stop gentrification. Moreover, most of these solutions rely on market-based approaches which seek to manipulate conditions that appear to cause or limit gentrification rather than aiming at its foundation. Protesting gentrification may be beneficial in ways we never imagined. As you can see on the screen, there's a lot of people who protest against gentrification, which some feel, for example, like my topic today, gentrification is racist. Well, is racism, which is why so many black people are pushed out and these buildings or white peoples are being moved in. For example, a literal necessity to be replaced, a rejoinder to the gentrification debate. Today, the struggles remain on the creative, destructive edge of gentrification. New Orleans, for example, and as Smith points out, and mega project sites, such as Beijing and London, however muted, they might be in some places and however different and form from one place to the next. If people have no influence over natural causes, they should not be evicted or thrown out because of it. According to the lecture's premise, gentrification has had a wide-ranging impact on the black community. Today we looked at the consequences of gentrification, destroying black communities, and forcing people to flee their homes, causing them to be homeless. With your assistance, we will put an end to gentrification that is destroying our town. The end.